Hope, the desire for a specific outcome combined with a confident expectation or belief that it is attainable. What did that word mean for me? How did it affect me in the last 2 years of my transformation? What were some of the things that I hoped for? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Jim. I just wanted to take some time and maybe speak a little bit about the word hope. There's a lot of definitions for that word. However, when I was at my worst, when I was at the 370-pound level that I've talked about through all of my videos, how I got there, why I got there, and what I'm trying to do to change that, I did have hope that one day I would be at a position where I was more healthy, less weight, and not foggy because of drinking. Most of that has come to fruition. I think of the word hope and the differences maybe between something like a wish or a desire. Hope has a more tangible aspect to my life. I look at that as if I hope for something, it can come about. But it's up to me to really figure out how to make it come about. You can think of hope as a starting point of, let's say for me, I was an alcoholic, 370 pounds, overweight, very bad condition, to I want to be healthy, I want to be better, I want to breathe, I want to be at 220. Right now I'm at 250, so that's one of my goals. So how do I get from this extreme to this extreme? It's going to take goals. It's going to take steps to get there. So I think of that as a starting point. My hope is that I will get to that point, into that position of my life. How do I get there? That's the biggest thing. Taking steps to get somewhere is probably the most important thing to do in life. Instead of trying to take one big, huge jump, then that just dashes your hopes. Because you know it's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. So as I started this journey, I took steps to make sure that when I reached a small goal, that I really couldn't go back because I wanted to go to the next goal. Every goal was set in a way that helped me get to that position where I'm at now. When I think of hope, I think of many things that give me direction to take my life. Positions where I can be that I can look back and say, look, I made a change. I made a good change. Let's continue that. Let's keep it going. When I get to a certain goal that I have met, then I can click to the next one and try to achieve that one. Some of the things that I started off with at the beginning was, I've talked about it before, is the fact that I went into rehab so that I could stop the drinking, stop the alcohol. That was part of it. And then I really wanted to go back to my doctor and say, okay, look, I know I'm in a bad condition. I know my health is bad. The diabetes, the liver issues, the things like that. Let's try and work on a plan. That plan is a goal. Let's work on a plan to try and better those situations. What if it didn't work? What if it didn't make a change? That's where sometimes hope works against itself. There are many things that come up that are roadblocks. How do you get around it? I talked about that too. There's a video on obstacles. So all of this is my opinion, what I'm going through. Many people have hopes, they have dreams, they have things they look forward to, but sometimes they're just not achievable. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is I hope for the next step. I hope that I can get over here. So in looking at that, I can say, well, I desire or I wish to get there. But in my mind, that doesn't give me anything tangible to work for, to work towards. So when I say, okay, I'm here and I want to get here. I wish I was over here, but I don't know how to get there. I look at the things where I started off with, and there was a lot of things that I saw that I had an end goal. I have an end goal to where I want to be. It's locked into the aspect that I hope my life gets better. So how do I do that? How do I achieve that? Through what I want, how do I get there? Goal setting. That's about all I can say. Is goal setting is a position in life where you can set some attainable goals that are small, that you can accomplish those goals and feel good about yourself. One of my goals is to walk more. The more I walk, the better I feel. I do get pretty sore, and physically it makes me feel run down at certain points. But I know it's going to help me in the future. I know that the things that I'm doing now are going to help my future goals, my future outcome. So it's just, it gets to the point to where I think about, what is it really going to do to me or for me? What's it going to do for me? How are these goals going to help me in my life? Do I want to be healthy, or I just not want to be here? I have a lot to look forward to. I have a lot to look for. I've got a great family. I have an awesome granddaughter. My daughter's important to me. My wife is very important to me. So I don't want to be in a position to where I'm not there for them anymore. So how do I get there? My hope is that I can always be there for them. Now, whether that becomes reality, who's to know? All I know is when I hope for something, I have to give myself tangible, settable goals so that I can reach that point. I have to think about small goals. My mind thinks, okay, you want to do something? Do it and get it over with. Get over there. But I can't do that in reality. It's just an aspect of life. It's a mental condition for me that I have to set myself in a position to not only set goals, but to reward myself with good, positive thoughts when I reach the small goals that I'm getting to my large goal. So hopes and goals, they kind of go together, because hope is the big picture. Goals are the steps to get to that big picture. It's a recipe. It really is. When you think, oh, I'm going to make spaghetti, do you just look at the bowl and go, oh, there's spaghetti? No, you got to make it. You got to boil the noodles. You have to make the sauce. You've got to prepare it. You have to think about, oh, how many people are going to be eating? What's my portions going to be like? And are you going to have garlic bread with it? I would, that's for sure. Are you going to have anything else with it? Maybe a salad? Maybe a vegetable? I don't know. However, when you think about the whole picture of having spaghetti for that night, it takes a recipe to get there. When you hope for something, when you hope for the fact that that is going to be attainable, and you're hoping down here, you have to take steps to get to it. That's how I feel, and that's how I approach my life. I really try to make sure that things are set in a way that are achievable and that are fairly small. Some of them are big. So I'd like to hear from you. What do you think? Do you have hopes? Do you have goals? How do you set yours up? What are some things that maybe get in your way? That's a great place to talk about it. Just put a comment down below, and then we can see how other people feel about this subject. And if you're interested in anything else that I'm going through in my life, you can definitely hit the subscribe button because there's more to come. I'd really appreciate it if you would like this video so that we can move on and we can explore other areas of what's going through my life. And then maybe we'll do a little bit of history. Let's talk about before all of this has happened. What was my life like? Would that interest you? Would you want to hear about it? Let me know. Comment below. Just don't forget, please subscribe and like the video. It really will help out a lot in the future. Talk to you soon.